Hey, can I just say, nah, I don't know, man. I'm getting a bit of a nosebleed. I think just being this high up in the table, it's really yeah. But no, guys, we are back again with another video, and we just thought, what, let's just see all the winners and losers of the weekend, and here we have the predominant winners. That is Kaizer Chiefs Football Club, winning 1-0 against Lamontville Golden Arrows at Moses Mabhida Stadium. And I want to ask you first, as a neutral, as a competitor, as a title challenger. Huh? Okay, calm down. What did you make of our performance? Before I say as the fan, what did you make of the performance yourself?
I think this is gonna be an interesting season. They've been saying Nabi's cooking,
Yeah.
and now I feel like the players are smelling the aroma now. They can smell the aroma.
Okay.
The chef is working there. They're waiting for the meal to be served now. Like I think they can also feel they're excited as players of the prospect of further go.
Further, yeah.
But in terms of Chiefs' performance, dog, vintage in terms of so far this season, the basics have been checked off. Really.
Yeah.
Trap, pass, move into space. That has been clear. Direct football, patient in possession.
Yeah.
But one thing that's missing is killing off crucial chances in the game.
Yeah.
That's something that's missing. But other than that, solid in defense. You come back in numbers. You attack in numbers and you defend in numbers. And there's always an outlet somehow. And that is always being Ulilepo or Bulemod.
Yeah.
Those players are always there. But in terms of overall, the performance, I don't think you guys would be too happy, except for the defense, of course. Going forward, there's a lot to work on, because there will be games where teams will be able to shut you guys out, and you'd be able you would have to get out and find solutions, and at times it feels like Chiefs don't have that. But so far it's going well. The substitutions have been timely, bro. Most the games that Chiefs have won so far in this season, most of them have been changed by substitutions. Yeah.
I think I echo everything that you just said. I think just to kind of add on to what you said in terms of players like Lilepo, players who you can see are slowly becoming more important players in the team. I think this was a squad that was quite rotated from the Sundowns game. You could see the people that you don't usually see start, like who Ashley Dupree was starting as well. And you can see now that he's becoming more of a prominent member. But I think, again, as much as he's an outlet, I think I need to stress the fact that his intelligence, I think I forgot to mention this in our review of the Sundowns game, his football intelligence, decision making is so, unfortunately, it's not as refined as it needs to be, because I'm sitting here saying that in this first half, we have been going at them, we're pressing them well, we're closing the passing lanes, they're backing off, and you just need that one moment of just composure, or just make the right pass, or don't blast it. And it's just those fine little things that make the biggest difference. And it's unfortunate that the first half we created chances, but we didn't bury them. In the second half, I think we kind of grew into the game a lot more. I think the substitutions, Gaston Sereno, I like the fact that he's moved away from being, when he came last year, he was the number 10. He's the guy who's going to take Chiefs to the promised land, and he didn't do that. And I think now he understands the role that he has, that I'm needed from the bench, I come on, I make a difference, I'm lively, I'm smart. And there you go, he sets up the goal for another debutant, Silva. And you see, if you want to do anything, score on your debut in a game against a very tough team where you look like the game's over. You'll make yourself a cult hero already. People are already going to be saying your name. They're really going to say that he's going to take. I think Silva, that was probably the best thing that he could have done for himself, in terms of just to grow, because obviously we don't know where he's come. He's came from the Romanian Turkish league or something.
Romanian league. Yeah.
So I think in that sense, a well taken goal. I think very smart in terms of his positioning. But I think we also have to note Mfunde Mvilakazi. Him coming on and just kind of adding that spark again. I just love the fact that we have so many options from the bench in the sense of we have a lot of game changers. And I think if this team is genuinely, if we are in the race, we need to use our entire squad, like as a unit, basically, because that's kind of where that's how it kind of it's looking right now. They've had to bail us out a couple of times. Yeah.
And I'd say also like at the back, Quinika coming in to cover for Aiden McCarthy, who's currently injured. He's had 2 great games so far back to back, and he's had the armband. So clearly, Coach Nabi trusts him with the responsibility of leading the team. And honestly, Paseka Marco was the man of the match. He was bombing forward. He locked down his winger. He had like obviously an improvement from the Sundowns game.
Which I'd say he was pretty standout in that game as well. To be fair,
And also Oxum Tetra in the middle. I feel like he's been getting criticism in terms of being like a safe passer type player who doesn't like look to play progressive. Also the likes of 16V, Dr. Kumalo coming out and saying he doesn't like the way when the ball gets to him, it seems like Chiefs' attacks get stagnant.
They get stagnant, or he gets like this. He runs out of ideas. Basically.
Yeah, runs out of ideas. But he's the type of player that you need in the team, because when you have a Tabotkele or a Ndlovu next to him in midfield, they can like take that responsibility of getting the ball to the attacking players.
Sure.
And he just keeps on doing the dirty work. But I also want to touch on the refereeing performance, bro. I just want to say, it's not only a problem in SA. I feel like worldwide football now. These referees, bro.
Refereeing is the standard, the consistent standard is really just. It's not at the level that it once was or needs to be, even at a professional level. I can agree with you there. Yeah.
So I feel like the referee ruins out the match in some instances. Golden Arrows could have had a penalty. Taviso Munyani, I don't know what was he thinking there. That was a bit naive, bro. It was a careless mistake, and it could have cost you guys 2 points. And also, like there were some calls that didn't make sense in the game, like penalties that should have been called in terms of for Chiefs also.
Yeah.
But I can't say much in terms of the refereeing performance. That's something that the PSL should sort out. But going back to the game, I feel like Arrows, they came with a game plan. I don't think they executed
it. Not really. I think Mangoba Niti, as someone who was within that bubble at Sundowns, and he was a part of that technical team that had Chiefs' number most of the time. And you think there were certain moments where you could say that, okay, he knows certain moments how Chiefs play. We know that they have those habits with these players and stuff. So I'd say to that certain extent, it worked in terms of like shutting us out in terms of the first half. You know, we did create chances, but again, they were also quite defensively resolute at certain moments. But I think eventually the game kind of got a bit. The game started to open up a lot more, especially when the substitutes came on, and then he couldn't deal with it. And I think that's just credit to Nabi for again using the squad that he has and knowing the right moments, trusting the right players. I think even just to say Ndlovu had a really good performance in the midfield. We knew him, he scored the goal the other game week, and now obviously he was a good engine in the sense of like Tabotlele. He's more of the mainstay, but obviously just in terms of rotation and stuff, I think it's going to bode well for the season. And I have to ask, do you think this Kaizer Chiefs team, obviously I'm biased, so asking me this question is, I think I'll always go into a season, especially here in SA, thinking that there's a chance. If you can just get a nice run of games, you have a chance always. It's not like the Premier League where, and again, this is Kaizer Chiefs we're talking about.
Yeah.
This is the most successful team in this country's history. So I think
without a star, yes.
Let's not do that today. But you know what I mean. So what are you thinking for you? Just like watching over with your own club.
Like my going into title credentials, I always look at the fact that can you shut out teams? Can you shut out teams? Can you keep clean sheets? Is your defense top notch?
Clean sheets in a row.
Yeah.
4 clean sheets in a row.
I think you guys haven't conceded, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like 4 clean sheets, we have not nothing shut out completely.
So that's why I'm saying the title credentials are there, because it's clear that you can shout out. But as I mentioned, a tough game against Marumo Gallants there in Free State,
Yeah,
the Tamil Mela Stadium,
yeah.
where they'll make you run. Will you be able to go at the other end and finish your food?
Yeah.
That's still a question mark, but I feel like right now you're on the right track.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. No, I think let's just allow the momentum to kind of progress and just see how it goes in terms of the season, just day by day. And I think also again the contingent that we're not realizing, we're playing CAF Confederation.
Yeah.
If we can be able to juggle that, then we'll have to see, because by then you're playing on Wednesdays and Sundays, and then so it's just kind of But
I think that would be the test of your depth, if it's quality.
If it is quality enough, But otherwise, Amakhosi, we are very happy. We can get used to this.
Yeah.
But guys, we just wanted to just have our brief thoughts on the game. Let us know what you guys think. What do you guys think about the game itself, the standout players? Do you see Paseko Mako being one of those new cult heroes, because he seems like he's endeared himself to the fans already?
Yeah.
And keep on commenting and interacting. We appreciate it very much. But for myself, Mo and VJ here at No Foul Plays Today, stay tuned in.